From Dhaka to Kathmandu, young voices are rewriting the language of protest in South Asia. The protests have different triggers yet bear the same fire, demanding fairness and freedom from corruption. Let's decode the striking similarities between the student uprising in Bangladesh last year and the Gen Z protests in Nepal. In both countries, the protests weren't led by seasoned political parties. In Bangladesh, it was neither the BNP or the Jamaat that led the agitation, and in Nepal, it was neither the Congress nor the Maoists who orchestrated it. Instead, it was youth platforms, new, raw, and spontaneous, that led the protests. In Bangladesh, it was students rallying against unfair quotas in government jobs. In Nepal, it was an NGO called Hami Nepal, set up after the 2015 earthquake, that mobilized students, even urging them to show up in school uniforms for maximum emotional impact if violence broke out.
Hami Nepal, this organization has been leading the protest. Last week, they have coordinators all over Nepal, and they have been sending out messages asking students to come on Monday to near the parliament building to protest against, the social media ban, which was brought about by Oli's government.
There is a similarity in the triggers too. In Bangladesh, it was about jobs. The protest was triggered by the government's move to restore 30% reservation for the descendants of 1971 war veterans. Students argued it was unfair and would rob today's youth of opportunities. In Nepal, the protest was sparked by the Oli government's ban on social media platforms. But behind that ban lay deeper frustrations, corruption, nepotism, and a system that Gen Z believes has failed them.
Here, the desired goal, as in Bangladesh last year, was to bring down the government. This anti discrimination movement, they were agitating, they got an issue. Here, the social media ban. Out there, it was the quotas. The quotas meant for, the families of freedom fighters. But when Hasina accepted that I will take away the quotas, there will be no quotas or practically next to nothing in terms of quotas. Then they came up with a demand, and this is now public knowledge. They said that we have to make a demand which the prime minister can't accept, which is you step down.
In both cases, the police cracked down hard on protesters. In Bangladesh, clashes with the ruling party's student wing turned bloody. In Nepal, at least 19 protesters have lost their lives so far in clashes with security forces. And police action has only fanned the flames. When Sheikh Hasina's government withdrew the quota order, students did not stop. Instead, their movement evolved into a call for their resignation. In Nepal too, when the social media ban was rolled back, the protest did not stop. The demand grew bigger. Prime Minister Oli must step down. And eventually he did. But here's where Nepal went even further. In Bangladesh, protests largely targeted the ruling Awami League. In Nepal, anger spilled across party lines. Houses of leaders from the Congress, the Maoists, and Oli's own party were attacked. No political elite was spared. So, what connects Dhaka and Kathmandu? Both movements were youth led, both used digital networks for mobilization, both faced brutal state crackdowns. Bangladesh fought for fairer opportunities, Nepal stood up for free expression. But together they tell one story. South Asia's youth are asserting themselves for rights like never before.